Hi, I'm Robert Lundberg, the CTO and co-founder of PerceptiLabs. And today, I'll be showing a demo of how quick and easy it is to build production-ready models in PerceptiLabs. We'll be building a model that will help us determine whether a patient has brain tumor or not. For that, we'll use a dataset of CAT scans from people both with and without tumors. Then, we'll build a classification model, train it, go over the result, and by the end, we'll get a production-ready model with 80% accuracy or more in just under 5 minutes. First thing first, let's take a look at the data. As you can see, there are two different folders, one labeled yes and one labeled no. Each of these represents a class, and the folders themselves contain a bunch of images that we'll train our model on. Taking a look at a few of these images, it isn't too difficult to tell them apart, so a model shouldn't have too much trouble either. Specifically, these larger lumps are very telling. To organize this data, I created a CSV file where each image has its corresponding label. Now let's build a model with it. First thing we're going to do is to load the data into PerceptiLabs. We do this by simply selecting the CSV file I showed you earlier. We then get to define the dataset. Here we can select which columns are input columns and which are output columns. We can also set what type of data is inside of each column. We now have it set up so that we will be inputting images into the model, and the model itself will be outputting these different categories. Pressing Create will create this model and also get a recommended model from PerceptiLabs, which will act as a good baseline. However, for this demo, I'll be using transfer learning, where we'll be using a pre-trained model called MobileNet. This is so we don't have to train the entire model from scratch. After this, I'll add one more layer that we will be training from scratch. And finally, I'll add one output layer to make sure that the model outputs the two categories. Now the model is ready, I'll press run. Then we can set some training settings and start training the model. As soon as I started training, we see some statistics of how the training is going. Here we can see both an overview of the progress of the model, but also peek into each and every component to see their different outputs, as well as the gradients. We can also see some more traditional metrics, such as the loss and the accuracy. Since we are using a pre-trained model, the accuracy will be rising fairly quickly. By the end of the training, you can see that we have a training accuracy of 96%. After this, you can either test your model, or you can go and export it. We have a few different formats which you can export it to. Thanks for watching this demo of PerceptiLabs. I hope you enjoyed it and are excited to try PerceptiLabs. And just a reminder, PerceptiLabs is completely free for developers. Just check out our website and you can see how to download it from there. Also, make sure to check out our YouTube, where you can find lots of videos about the tool. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them now in the live chat, as we will have some time to answer. Thanks again. Bye.